Hi guys, I'm going to talk about foundation. There are so many products and brands out there, it's really hard to say what you should be using for your skin. For personal use, I don't tend to wear foundation on a daily basis. When I do wear it, I like the Revlon Whipped because I have pretty dry skin and it's a little more hydrating. It's a little bit of a heavier application, so the older I get, I tend to be shying more away from full foundation. I've just noticed that the more fine lines I get and stuff like that, the thicker foundation, the heavier coverage, it settles into my fine lines and tends to just wear heavier. So when I do need to do full face foundation, um, I like to use RCMA. It's also what I use in my kit. It's a cream-based foundation. It's really good. It's super pigmented. Um, it doesn't work amazing for like heavy coverage, but if you want to do more of a sheer natural application with good coverage and smoothing effect, I really like it. It's creamy, so it's not going to over dry you. A little bit goes a long way, and the color's super pigmented, so you get that coverage without having to have a ton of product. So it is my favorite, and it tends to be the one I go to. Over the counter, I do like the Maybelline. It's a little too moist for me personally, so I tend to avoid it. Revlon Color Stay, use those for years, and those are really good when it comes to like really more full heavy coverage. I do like Heaven Aquan, that is really good. I have used Chanel and and stuff like that. I'm not really into the big huge name brands. Really don't like MAC foundations. They tend to just be a little too heavy, cause a little bit of flashback at camera. So it's just it's going to be what you personally like to wear. My pro kit, my personal kit are different in a lot of ways as far as what I feel I need to do my skin versus what I might need to do multiple clients. So I tend to not wear foundation. If I do want any coverage, I'll just do like a setting powder, a pressed one with has a little bit of pigmentation to kind of help smooth things out, mainly color correctors and blemish control. If I do need full coverage, I do like the RCMA. So when you are doing your foundation, you are going to be color matching not to the back of your hand. You will color match not to your neck, not to your chin. You're going to choose your décolleté. Now, as people get older, we get more sun damage in this area, so you're not going to use this. I recommend your collarbone right here. There's enough sun exposure that it's more of your true color, but it's not going to be sheltered or too exposed where it's got the sun damage. So right here tends to be a good spot. Will take a little bit of foundation and put it right here and blend that in, and hopefully that is a good match. Considering I don't have a mirror and I'm blind, this might be a little bit of an issue. So if you look like you have a good coverage, that looks pretty good. I think I might be a mix of two products. So if I am a mix of two products, I think I'm about 2 parts the darker shade that I was trying. So I will pick up a decent amount and then a little bit of a lighter shade and mix those together. RCMA being cream based needs to be mixed on your hand. Cream foundations tend to work better if you're mixing them with body heat against them. Liquids you can pour onto a palette or stuff like that. So I'm mixing mine with my palette knife on my hand, and the amount that I used, that should do my whole face. I shouldn't need more than that for a light coverage. So the bangs, these are going to be an issue. So we're going to part those into this really sexy look right there. And we're going to start applying foundation. I like to use this brush by a Japanese, and it's a domed foundation brush, and that's my preferred. And see, a little bit goes a really long way. So I just get it applied everywhere, and then I'll go in and buff and work that out. And pretty much done. You want to blend it up into your hairline. If your ears are going to be exposed, take it back over your ears. Do not stop here. Your face goes further down. If it's a good color match, you shouldn't have to go too far down your neck. But you still want to make sure you are even. If you are a tanner and like you tan your body, you'll bring it down even more so. So I now have it everywhere, and then I'm going to go in with a buffing brush and kind of lightly blend and buff everything together to get rid of any creases, to get rid of any excess product, and help get everything all smoothed out together. Make sure I didn't miss any spots and stuff like that. So I like to use either this one by e.l.f. or this one here, more of a flat brush. Either one works. It's all about how much pressure and where you do it. It's very light feathering pressure because I'm just trying to smooth things out. I'm not trying to remove coverage. So once you have it pretty much everywhere that you want it, you're going to take and decide, do I need a little more coverage? I want a little more coverage here, so I'm just going to pack a little heavier right in my cheeks. My cheeks turn really red, so I like to do a little more coverage in those areas. And a lot more on my chin. Because again, my T-zone is my super red. But overall, I'm a fairly light, but still full coverage. It's not heavy coverage, but it's not super nude, light coverage like a powder base would be. And there you have it, foundation.